Well, hello to all of you. My name is Steve Baer, and I'm one of the reproductive endocrinologists at Boston IVF. And Infertility Week just started. Actually started on Saturday and lasts the whole week. And we just wanted to reach out to all of you. This is a special week. It was established by Resolve. And Resolve is a patient advocacy group for those dealing with infertility. And it's an amazing organization. It got started back in the late 80s. It's been around for 30 years. It actually got started here in Massachusetts, and now it's a national organization. And for those of you who haven't been to their website, I would encourage you to go to their website. They have a lot of great resources for you. Infertility Awareness Week also gives all of us at Boston IVF an opportunity to recognize all of you, your commitment and effort you are all putting out to become a parent. It's not easy, but you all should be applauded. And just to provide you some background on myself, I started at Boston IVF 25 years ago, and I'm very proud to be part of the Boston IVF team. I'm also very proud about the care that we provide our patients. And like other fertility centers, we offer the full range of treatments, including ovulation induction, intrauterine inseminations, IVF, pre-implantation genetic screening, egg donation and surrogacy. And I think we do all these treatments very well. But there are a few things that really kind of set Boston IVF apart from other centers. First of all, we have a team model. And for every one of our physicians at Boston IVF, each one has an administrative assistant that helps coordinate the care or facilitate your treatment, make your appointments. That doctor also has a designated financial coordinator who's the insurance expert, who's the one that's getting all your coverage in place. That team also has a group of nurses that are dedicated to your care. We have medical assistant and sonographer. So when you call that team, it's not like you need to reintroduce yourself. They know who you are. And I think that model has been here ever since I've joined, and I think it works very well. And I feel like it helps to reduce the stress of it all. The other thing that sets us apart is research. I mean, primarily our primary focus is, providing excellent patient care, but we're also dedicated to research. And actually, I met with our scientific director last week, Dr. Denny Sakis, and we have at least 10 ongoing studies. And what this does is it helps to expand our knowledge in the area of infertility and IVF throughout the country and the world even. But our patients benefit from that as well because it helps to improve the care that we provide. Another important focus of Boston IVF is that we are focused on the emotional well-being of our patients. There's no question that the infertility experience is stressful. And the bottom line is life is stressful to begin with. And there are many issues in life. There's work issues, and then you throw COVID on top of it. And then the stress from infertility, at times it just gets to be overwhelming and pushes you to an extreme. And for many of you, this may be the hardest thing you've ever done in life. And we're always taught if you work hard and play by the rules, you're successful. But that's not true with fertility. And that can make it very frustrating. One of the big questions that my patients pose to me is, well, what role does stress play in all this? And it's a complicated question because I look at it as like a vicious cycle. If you have a couple that's unable to get following treatment, that can kind of add to the stress, and maybe stress can, reduce fertility. And the second question is what can you do about it? And probably, I don't know if any of you have had anybody tell you that, well, all you have to do is relax, and you have to say, well, I should have thought about that myself. But we know that you just can't turn off stress. So what you do is you learn ways to manage it. And I have a number of my patients who do meditation, yoga, acupuncture. Excuse me. I think exercise is a good stress reliever. Moderate exercise, you don't want to overdo it. But these are all things that you can do on your own that help to put you in a better place and give you a better sense of control as you go through the process. At Boston IVF, we actually have a wellness center that we're very proud of. and we have a mind and body program. And we actually the first IVF center to open up a mind and body program, and it's a series of visits that basically teach you relaxation techniques. And these techniques include meditation, imagery, breathing techniques. And all these things put you in a better sense, give you a better sense of control. And I've had a number of my patients who have done this program, and they have had remarkable results. It lowers the stress, better sense of control, and can help them, ride the bumps along the way. Now, for some couples, maybe the group, experience is not what you're looking for. We have experienced social workers. Many of them have been counseling couples for decades that are dealing with infertility. We have psychologists at the Domar Center that can be very resourceful as well. And I think if you're feeling stress and you're thinking about taking advantage of meeting with somebody, I wouldn't look at it as a bad thing. I think, we all feel like it's a sign that we're weak, but that's not the case. What you want to do is you want to build up as much in your emotional bank account as you can to really help, give you the strength to continue the treatment and ultimately reach your goal. We also offer acupuncture at the Wellness Center as well. And, I have a number of patients that do acupuncture on a regular basis. It's also available before and after you have an embryo transfer. So that's all I wanted to say, and I thought I'd spend a few minutes here just answering any questions you may have. And so I'm just looking here. Let's see. Well, here's one question about pre-implantation genetic testing. And that's kind of a relatively new, addition to the IVF treatment. And we've been offering that for probably about the past 10 years or so. And we offer it to all of our patients. And what that is it allows you to go ahead and screen the embryos for chromosomal imbalances. And there are some IVF centers that offer that to all their IVF patients. And this allows you to really identify the chromosomally normal embryos. So that's something that we offer at Boston IVF. There was a recent study that really raised questions about whether it's beneficial for younger women, and actually it concluded that it wasn't. And it turns out that women under the age of 35, although some may consider to do the genetic testing, the conclusions from this study really suggested that maybe you don't necessarily need to do it. But that is something we offer. Here's another question about, is there any special diet that you can be on? Well, what we do is offer Boston IVF, or recommend, is that you practice a healthy lifestyle. And if that includes, you want to avoid smoking, kind of limit alcohol intake. Exercise is good for your general health. But there's no actual special diet that will improve your fertility. A well-rounded diet is something, definitely we recommend, and it's not only good for fertility, but also good for a pregnancy. Here's one question about the ERA test. Now that's interesting, and this is a test that's offered for couples who have gone through repeated failed IVF cycles, and we now have a way of performing an endometrial biopsy at the time when the embryo transfer was performed, and there's this company called iGenomics would help us determine whether that timing is compatible with a receptive endometrium. So if you've gone through several IVF cycles without success, you might speak with one of your doctors about whether he or she feels that this test would be helpful. So that's about all the questions I have here, and I want to thank you very much. Thank you all for listening, and I wish all of you great success. Just to give you a heads up, the Boston IVF has several other events this week, and please go to our Instagram page. Thank you very much.